The more I think about it, the more I want the Bears to trade back the #1 overall pick and get an absolute haul to solidify this roster. The Bears currently have the #1 pick thanks to the Carolina Panthers, number 9, number 75, number 110, and number 122 via the Philadelphia Eagles, and number 142. 6 picks at the moment, which I still think Chicago, even if they didn't move, could do a good job with these picks. But trading back that #1, getting 2 more picks, including a top veteran on a rookie contract, would be very ideal for this team. In this world, I have Justin Fields sticking as quarterback 1. I also have the Bears cutting Eddie Jackson and Cody Whitehair, saving over $16 million and putting the Bears cap at about $65 million. I have them re-signing Jaden Johnson to a 3-year, $60 million contract. And I'm sure they're going to do a couple other things in free agency, but this draft is going to focus on filling all the needs without free agency involved. And even though the trade back doesn't allow us to get Marvin Harrison Jr., it still allows us to get another top wide receiver prospect. And in total, I'm going to have 8 picks today. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Brody, and today I am trading back with the New York Giants in order to get a few more picks and a veteran in order to have more draft picks and solidify this roster. If you're excited for this upcoming offseason, especially if you want the #1 pick traded back, make sure to smash the like button on this video, comment who you want the Bears to trade back with and draft in this upcoming draft. And as always, if you please could hit that subscribe button with notifications to stay up to date on all Chicago Bears content. So like I said, I am trading that #1 pick with the New York Giants. I'm sending them the #1 pick, and I'm getting the number 6, the number 47 via the Seattle Seahawks because the Giants own that pick, number 107 edge Kayvon Thibeadoux, and a 2025 first and third. Just to be clear with you all, that is literally the exact trade that we did with the Carolina Panthers last year for the #1 pick, except we're getting the number 6 versus the number 8. So that's why this pick is worth a little bit more, and I wanted to do it exactly like that because clearly it shows that it's possible. It is a situation where the Giants could go after the #1 pick if they decide to move on from Daniel Jones, but I really overall like this trade back because it puts us in the 2nd round, gives us another 3rd rounder, and gives us picks for next year along with a young veteran on a rookie contract. So after all that, the Chicago Bears draft order is now number 6 via the Giants, number 9, number 47 via the Seahawks and Giants, I guess, number 75, number 107, number 110, number 122, and number 142. So let's get into who I would take with my 8 picks. I've already addressed edge with Thibeadoux coming to Chicago, so I don't have to worry about that in this upcoming draft. And my first pick at number 6, I'm taking Odunze from Washington, the 6'3", 215-pound wide receiver who runs currently a 4.3740. We'll see what the combine comes out with. But someone with absolutely fantastic vision, great speed and size, and his hands are like glue. This past season for Washington, he had 92 receptions for over 1,600 receiving yards, 17.8 yard per catch average, along with 14 total touchdowns. He is a big-bodied wide receiver that the Chicago Bears need to go out and get if they're going to pair with DJ Moore. I honestly think that, Marvin Harrison Jr. would be fantastic to bring, but if the Bears do this trade back, still answer another need, get picks for next year, and on top of it, they still have the opportunity to get Rome. That's who I'm going with because he's reliable, no drops, always healthy, always on the field, something big with him that I want to call out, and an amazing overall prospect to help enhance this offense. At number 9, the Bears actually own that pick. That's their pick from this past year. I'm addressing the need at defensive tackle, and I'm taking Jon Newton, defensive tackle from Illinois. Newton is 6'2", 295 pounds of just muscle, running a 4.95 40 time. The dude is a one-man wrecking crew. He has incredible strength, great moves, great agility for a guy his size, and his stats truly show to that. 52 total tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks, 2 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. Just this past year with Illinois, he was a starter for the last 2 years and was a top prospect last year, got even higher this year. An incredible defensive lineman with no help in college. If he comes to Chicago with now Eric Washington being our defensive coordinator, he could become one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL. It's an upgrade at the defensive tackle position, good for the rotation, another top rookie on his contract. So you're going to have Gervon Dexter Sr., Zach Pickens, and this guy all on their rookie contracts for the next couple years. Bears could be built for a long time. At pick 47 via the Seahawks and technically the Giants, because the Giants traded it to us, I'm going in a different direction that some people might not be expecting, and I'm going out and getting an offensive tackle, and I'm taking Troy Fautanu from Washington. The 6'4", 317-pound offensive tackle could be a massive upgrade for this offensive line. He's built like a tackle, but also has the agility of a guard, which is fantastic. So if the Bears wanted to put him on the inside, they could. On top of it, maybe they want to move Braxton Jones to the inside. They want to put Fautanu at the outside. He is a great left tackle, especially this past year for Washington. He's explosive off the snap to get ahead of defenders. He pancakes people. He's great at run blocking as well and pass blocking. So he fills that big need in on the offensive line as another agility lineman. He could be a second string guy, but at the same time, we need depth pieces on that offensive line. It's an injury prone area of the team. So would love for the Bears to bring him in. He's great, a projected late first, early second. I think the Bears can stag him at 47. At pick number 75, I'm sticking on the offensive line, and I'm taking Cedric Van Ronn, center from Georgia. I've gone through him in about 4 of my drafts because the Bears definitely need to address that need at center this upcoming offseason. I don't want to overpay for one, and the more I watch Cedric Van Ronn, the more I like him. 6'4", 310 pounds, runs a 5.29 40 time. His pass blocking and run blocking are some of the best in college this past year at the center position. He's not a penalty machine, very smart player, stands up for his guys, but doesn't get in trouble, and also is very reliable, has played almost every single college game he's ever been eligible for. So I like his agility, I like his reliability, and his just overall persona on the field. I think he'd be great at the center position for years to come for Chicago. So now I've already addressed edge via trade. I've gotten a wide receiver too to pair with DJ Moore, another starting defensive tackle, an offensive tackle, and a center. And now I'm going to go and look for more depth pieces. But my next guy I am putting in as a starter because he is too slept on, and I hope this video doesn't get him too much known. But man, I want Jaden Hicks, safety from Washington State, to be the next safety of the Chicago. Like I said earlier, I let go of Eddie Jackson because he had a huge salary cap hit, and honestly, Jaden Johnson deserves that money. But this guy, Hicks from Washington State, 6'3", 212 pounds, runs a 4.59 40 time. This dude is a beast. I mean, he hits you with force. He's a ball hawk, great vision downfield, and his stats absolutely show for it. 79 total tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks as a safety, 2 interceptions that one he returned for a touchdown, 4 pass deflections, and 1 forced fumble. This guy reminds me so much of Mike Brown, just 4 inches tall. And if you know who Mike Brown is, make sure you hit that like button so I know I'm not crazy and that everyone definitely remembers one of the greatest safeties and most underrated Bears of all time. Anyway, he fills in that need at safety in Chicago's secondary. Young rookie contract, could work really well with Jaquan Brisker. Hard hitting to cause turnovers, has ball hawk mentality, and is very good at zone and man coverage. So overall, very athletic guy, big safety. Would love to bring him in Chicago at 107. At pick number 110, I'm going back with the edge position to solidify that room of Sweat, Thibeadoux, and now Walker. And I'm getting one more guy out of the draft that could fall to day 3. And I'm taking Darius Robinson, edge from Mizzou. 6'5", 296 pounds, runs a 4.78 40 time for a guy that big. This dude is too fast, too big for opponents. The reason why I don't think he gets enough recognition is because he was on Mizzou this past year, which the football program definitely deserves more recognition. But this guy was a huge part of that defense. 41 total tackles, 7.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and he had 22 quarterback hits. A massive edge with a huge upside, low risk, high reward if he does well. A run stopper and quarterback presser. I would love for him to solidify that room, which I'm shocked this guy is projected to be a final day pick, but I think he could be the next Derrick Henry low-key. Is Braelon Allen, running back from Wisconsin. 6'2", 245 pounds, runs a 4.48 40 time for a guy that big. He bulldozes over everybody. He runs like Khalil Herbert, but has the size of Derrick Henry. Also, an unbelievable pass blocker. This past season for Wisconsin, he had 984 rushing yards with a 5.4 yard per carry average and 12 rushing touchdowns. The big back that the Chicago Bears need, the power back that the Bears need, I think him, Herbert, and Johnson would be unbelievable as a room. I really like the way he plays. Also, that pass blocking ability is huge. and overall would be a great snag if we can get him on that last day. Then I have the Bears addressing tight end in this draft at 142 with Theo Johnson from Penn State. The 6'6", 264-pound tight end is a big blocker who just absolutely bodies people. I mean, like, he has no fear. Also, he's a good receiver as well. 341 receiving yards, 7 receiving touchdowns, and a 10-yard per catch average. The big blocker we need to replace Mercedes Lewis and a big target in the red zone. Those are my 8 picks. I think I address every single need that we have on this roster. You know, through free agency, we'll get some more like depth. We can re-sign some guys. But overall, I really think that this draft could work so well for the Chicago Bears if the stars align. And I'm so excited for this. As the more we get closer to the draft, the more excited I am about this team, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. This team is going to be even better next year. I mean, we doubled our wins last year. Our defense was top 5 in the NFL. And now if we focus on offense like this draft was, Bears are going to be one scary team next year. Put your thoughts in the comment section below, and thank you as always for tuning in to this episode of Just Another Year of Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde. Please, as always, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all Chicago Bears news. Throw a like on this video and your thoughts in the comment section below. But have a great rest of your day, and bear down, baby.